could have cried. This is the kitchen. We had a CAA inspector. It's my day off today, but my first officer is flying, so I thought I would show you guys a quick apartment tour. We're in 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments. The captain and the other flight attendant are in the other unit, and myself and the first officer are in this unit. The other flight attendant only flew in to relieve me because it's my legal days off, and I legally cannot fly today, so she's here to fly for me. And then once my legal day off is done and it's time for me to fly again, then she goes home and then she's back again the following week. So it's going to be an interesting time. But anyway, my first officer is fantastic because he insisted that I take the ensuite room, the larger room. I was begging him. I was like, please, no, can you please take it? You can pull rank. This is your time to pull rank. And he was like, absolutely not. You're a lady. Take the room with the ensuite. So I appreciate that so much. So I've got some cupboards on this side. There's my bed. And I have cupboards on this side, guys. So much storage, although I'm literally using like one of these. All of my stuff fits in like just that one. I have a TV in the room, although I haven't even switched it on. We've got fans and gas heaters in each of our rooms because there's no aircon. And then I've got kind of a workstation area, so getting ready, editing, studying kind of desk area situation. And then if you head in this way, it's my bathroom. I have a little standing shower, toilet, sink. It's cute. Okay, this is my first officer's room and bathroom. We're not going in there, obviously, but there's a linen closet upstairs, and then we head downstairs for the living area. And this is the front door, and we have our lounge area, which is so nice. I'm also pretty sure this place is completely off-grid, which is amazing. And then on top of that we have gas geysers, which is lovely because the water is instantly hot. We've got a nice big TV over here, and there's some storage under the staircase over there. This is our fridge, dining area, and then this is the kitchen. Guys, the natural light in this place is like no other. I'm obsessed with it. So we've got this little gas stove thingy. We've got a toaster, a microwave. This place was like fully stocked for us, basically. Like even this whole area with the coffee maker and the cereal and stuff, fully stocked. How amazing. They even have like sauces, like tomato sauce, chili sauce, oil, and a few spices for us here. So there was like almost no need for me to bring all my groceries and carry such a heavy bag, but it's fine, I don't mind. There's my bag full of stuff. I'm still gonna unpack it into there. And we don't have a washing machine, but that's fine. There is an area with washing machines where we can go do our laundry. And the only thing missing really is an oven, but I don't mind. I can make do with some stovetop stuff. I can have eggs on toast for dinner every day. It's okay. And then, yeah, this is the view out the kitchen. And then that little like tent sort of situation is actually the gym, which is pretty cool. Plus this area is very close to the airport, which is the most important thing, because the hotel we stayed at the other day was about, what, 30 minutes drive, and that was without traffic. And if we have a sign on at like 7 a.m, we definitely run into traffic. And as crew, the most important thing is that we're on time for our flight. But yeah, that is the place, guys. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to this new weekly vlog. I'm actually starting it on a Wednesday because yesterday and the day before I was off. The other cabin crew was flying, and I honestly had nothing to report while I was off. Schoolwork and editing, trying to catch up on that stuff because I am flying for the next 5 days. And it's kind of busy days, so I didn't want to be struggling to edit at the end of a very long day. We're doing a Joburg and back. I did a Joburg and back the other day, and it was so helpful because if you remember, I forgot my laptop charger at home, and this Joburg flight came a little out of the blue, but I am very grateful for it because we had enough time. It was like a 6-hour, 50-minute layover in Joburg. And so Keegan was able to bring me my laptop charger, and he took me out to breakfast, and we went and bought a couple of things. And it's quite rare that you're on a contract, like you fully left home for a contract and you're still able to go into a Woolworths, you know? So that was great. Today is just gonna be a regular turnaround. My sign-on isn't until like 10:30 in the morning or something. I'm gonna finish getting ready, get dressed, get to the airport, and get this day going. I forgot to vlog the entire day. I honestly just did not get a chance, you guys, but I am back home now. It's about 5 p.m. I think we finished around 4. I was flying with new pilots who I've never met before, and I literally met them at sign-on time, and then we did our flight to Joburg and back from Joburg to Harare with just a regular 30 to 40 minute long turnaround. So I really did not have time to be like messing around very much. And also on the first flight I had the other cabin crew was Paxing on that flight because she did the morning flights to Joburg and back, and then on the flight where I got on, we were going back to Joburg and she was getting off there and going right home. So, and the turnarounds were just quite tight. Didn't really have much time to talk or anything, but on our first flight we had 36 passengers and our seats and our plane seats 37 passengers total. So we had 36 passengers including the other cabin crew, so technically 35 passengers plus an extra crew member. But overall it was a good day. The passengers were really nice, they were really easy. I kind of am wishing for like a home cooked meal, but in the same breath I'm very lazy to cook dinner right now. Half of me wants to just have muesli and yogurt for dinner, to be honest, and the other half, because I know the pilots are gonna have a braai tonight and I'm really just not in the mood. Don't feel like conversating right now. Feeling very meh. I think I'm gonna finish freshening up, go downstairs, figure out what to make myself for dinner and call it an early evening. I might watch an episode of Chicago PD just to kind of decompress because we've got DSTV here, which is nice. Good morning, you guys. It is 6:30 in the morning. Our pickup is at 7:30 and I just finished doing my makeup. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. I couldn't sleep in this morning, so I just woke up and got started earlier. I was just wearing my hoodie over my dress while I did my makeup because the other day I was doing my makeup and I was already in full uniform, like with nothing covering me, and of course my foundation just like sprayed onto my dress, and it's really difficult to get brown foundation off of a navy blue dress. I'm just quickly putting cuticle oil on because my nails are so dry because I've been washing my hands so much, and you know, being on the plane is very dehydrating. Constantly washing my hands, sanitizing my hands, whatever is going on, so they're constantly dry and I hate it so much because they look nasty and it's winter and I don't want to have like ugly dry hands when I'm handing people their coffees, you know, or just when I'm existing. Actually, yesterday I ran into one of my subscribers. I met Rose Valentine, I think that's your username, and we even took a selfie together. She is the sweetest, most stunning young lady I've seen in a long time. She literally looks like she could be an Emirates or a Qatar girly, like that. Looks very much secure in her future. She was just so precious. She was so sweet. I've actually met a couple of my subscribers since I've been here. I also met a guy named Shane the other day. But yeah, it was so nice to meet you, Rose, if you're watching this. It still blows my mind that I get to meet people who I have inspired to become flight attendants and stuff, and this is her first job, and she watched me in order to like help her get into it. Like how? I don't know. I can't get my mind wrapped around that. I think it's amazing, and I'm so happy that you are finding as much joy in this as I do. So, oh, good vibes, guys, good vibes all around. But yeah, today we are doing a 4-leg. We are flying from Harare to Victoria Falls, which is about a 50 to an hour-minute long flight, and then in Vic Falls a quick turnaround going from there to Kruger International Airport, and then from Kruger back to Victoria Falls, from Victoria Falls back to Harare. Oh, and the flight to Kruger is about an hour and a half, and then from Kruger back to Victoria Falls about another hour and a half, and then Vic Falls back to Harare. So not a super long day, but definitely a busy one, especially during the Harare Vic Falls flights. I have to just race against the clock during those flights because I have to do meal service and coffee and tea service, and it's just, I'm like a headless chicken sometimes. But I think I'm getting better at it. It's getting easier, planning ahead, and like, you know, I make sure everything is prepared so that as soon as I'm able to stand up after takeoff, then I just get right into it. Hopefully it's a good day. I'll try to vlog as much as I can. I'll try to fill you guys in on how my flights are. So now that I'm getting the hang of things and back into the swing of things, I definitely want to document it for you guys because I'm enjoying it, you know? We have just landed in Victoria Falls and my passengers were great. I had 38 passengers. My plane does seat 37, but an infant was passenger number 38, so that wasn't a problem at all. The flight was really quick, really easy. Everyone was chill. They were the cutest two Chinese kids on board. They literally were these like little, I think they were like 4 and 5, a little boy and a little girl. They were so adorable, so freaking cute. The cheeks. And I think their mom was teaching them English, so they were saying like thank you and yes please. Oh, just my heart was so inflated. After my services and stripping the cabin and everything, I had a good 3 minutes before descent to make myself a coffee. Yes, I did burn my tongue during that process, but it's okay, it was worth it. I needed the caffeine and I'm starting to feel it kick in now, so good to go. We're supposed to head from Vic Falls now to Kruger. Just having a toasted sandwich, ham and cheese and tomato, with some chips for lunch. We had a CAA inspector in Kruger who came on board and wanted to check stuff. I'll tell you guys more about that, but we're currently in Vic Falls. It's just after 3 and I hurt myself, of course, over there. The trolley technically hurt me. It's got something against me, we all know, but I need to put on a little band-aid and board my passengers because the plane is clean now and I think my passengers are on their way here, so I'll chat to you guys when we get back to Harare. Excuse my very oily face, but I realized today I don't have enough vegetables. Here I've got meat and this place stocks us up really well with like fruit and yogurt and stuff, and it's amazing, but I do not have any vegetables to have my meat with or whatever meal I'm eating. So we just stopped by the spa and I quickly got a very few vegetables just to last me for the rest of this week. I got some of these like chopped mixed veg with broccoli, carrots and cauliflower. Oh, and green beans, which is great. Got 3 big potatoes and this one massive avocado. And I'm so shocked because all of this came up to like $4. Yeah, just over $4 US, which is awesome. Like the avocado was 80 cents. Are you kidding me? That's so cheap. I remember I wanted to tell you guys something about Kruger. Oh yeah, when we got to Kruger, there was a CAA who came on board and did like a small little ramp inspection. She didn't even check much of the aircraft out. She was just checking our licenses as the crew. She was checking my license, the captain and the first officer's licenses, specifically with a focus on dangerous goods. And she was lovely. And she was just sitting there chilling and just chatting literally about the weather and stuff, but she was really nice. We thought we were going to be delayed leaving Victoria Falls on the second flight because we thought there might be a technical issue or something, but it ended up not being anything. So we took off safely out of there, perfectly on time and everything. But going back from Kruger to Victoria Falls, we just had such a bad headwind because usually the flight is about 1 hour 20, 1 hour 30 minutes, and it ended up being just under 2 hours long. So it ended up being a very long flight back from Kruger to Victoria Falls, and that ended up putting us a few minutes behind. We ended up being about 15 minutes behind. So yeah, it ended up being such a long day. And then no issues from Victoria Falls back to Harare. That was also pretty good. My passengers, like I said, were great. I met this gay couple from Massachusetts who were traveling with their kids and they were lovely. And I just love a chatty passenger, you know? Like, it's all good and well to be like, good morning, thank you, please may I have a coffee. I also like having a little bit of an interaction here and there, and I like to ask my passengers all the time, like, where are you from? Like, how long are you guys here for? What are your plans after Victoria Falls? You know, where are you going? Are you excited to go on safari if we're in Kruger and stuff like that? But it's also nice when they ask me about me, you know, and they're like, oh, you're not from Zimbabwe, you're from South Africa. Where in South Africa are you from? That's a nice ring. You know, stuff like that. I love that, because then I get to just, like, you know, also get to know them a little bit, chat to them a little bit. There was a Dutch family on board, which was so cute, but they were from Leyden, and I knew that they were Dutch within like the first sentence when they walked on board, and they were like, how did you know we're Dutch? And I was like, oh, I lived there for a while. And they were just lovely. Like, I honestly just had such lovely passengers all day today, and for that I am super grateful, forever and always. I am now very tired. My captain wants to have a braai tonight, which I'm not sure if I'll join them or not. I got my vegetables and stuff, but I do have like a little steak that I left out in the morning anyway, so I can either put it on a pan or I can put it on the braai stand, and I feel like it'll be much tastier if I braai it actually. So I might join them for a few minutes, although I am tired and I'm doing today's foreleg all over again tomorrow, or that's what my schedule currently says. Our schedule changes so often here. The other day I was supposed to do another Joburg flight with the 7-hour layover, and I was planning to get my nails done while I was in Joburg and everything, and then at like 8 p.m. the schedule changed. They were like, no, you guys are doing a double Joburg, so you're not gonna have to sit for like 6 or 7 hours. And they were like so happy about it, and I'm like, oh, yay, I don't have to sit for 7 hours and get my nails done. Anyway, I'm gonna change out of my uniform, decompress a little bit, and then go and get my dinner started. I don't know if you believe me if I told you that it's the next day now. I've had a day. Went to work this morning, I think at, sorry, I'm just checking my watch. It's 4:20 now. I've been at work since about 7:30 this morning, and we were supposed to do a Vic Falls Kruger, Vic Falls Harare foreleg. One of the other aircraft here had an issue, so then we did their flight for them, going to, where did we go? I don't even know where we went. We went to Joburg. When we landed in Joburg, we thought that we weren't going to be able to come back to Harare. We thought we would have to spend the night in Joburg, possibly even the weekend in Joburg or something like that, but then things changed again, and then we took off out of Joburg, and then our aircraft had an indication that was a technical issue, and we were supposed to be leaving Joburg going to Victoria Falls, and our aircraft had a little bit of an issue. So then instead of going straight to Vic Falls, my pilots decided, no, let's rather go back to Joburg, because we've got like maintenance there. It's fine, let's go there. So then my captain tells the passengers this is what we're doing, and I'm like, oh no guys, you're killing me, really? Because the flight was already quite delayed, because we weren't originally supposed to do we weren't originally supposed to do that flight. Maybe 5 minutes later, the captain comes back on, and at this point I'm clearing up the cabin and everything, thinking that we're like, I'm getting ready for descent and all that. Then he comes back on and he goes, okay, so you guys won't believe me, but we're actually continuing, but not to Victoria Falls, now we're going to Harare. So we ended up landing in Harare now, and then waiting to figure out what's going on. We were there for a couple of hours, but right now another crew, because we ran out of FDP, like it's not legal for us to keep flying. They had to take us off of the flights completely, although we still had passengers that needed to get to Victoria Falls, which I was so worried about my passengers, because they were so lovely, they were so nice, so patient with me. I think they could see on my face that there was nothing I could do. I was trying my best and try to keep them like positive and keep them, I don't know, like going, you know. They were just, I was met with so much kindness and everything. Like they were saying like, thank you so much for your service. Like one guy literally stopped me to say like, you know what, you've made all the difference on this flight, so we really appreciate you. And guys, I could have cried because that just, like, you know, when flights are delayed like that and the day just doesn't go the way you're expecting it to go, and it's just like problem after problem after problem in terms of the schedule and stuff, everything is out of our control as the cabin crew, and it just sucks because you wish you could fix the schedule, you wish you could put people where they need to be, you wish you could like somehow get an extra plane out of thin air, you know, because you're the one that sees all the passengers' faces. They're the people who are affected by the delay and all that stuff. Not to say that like people in the airline aren't affected by it. Of course they are as well, but you know what I mean, like we're customer facing, so obviously we see the customers, they ask us the questions, they're the ones with plans and families that they're trying to visit and all that stuff. It's just very heartbreaking. So that was a little bit tough, but my passengers, like I said, they were wonderful, actually wonderful. But today was the kind of day where I literally just kept thinking of Deanne Ford. I don't know if you've seen her YouTube videos. She always says it's the kind of day that made me want to take my wig off and light it on fire. I had that kind of a day today, although I'm still smiling because ultimately we stayed long enough until I saw my passengers get on the next plane, on the other plane with the other crew. They took off and everything, so that was the only thing I was worried about. I was like, are my passengers still going to get to Victoria Falls? That's all I need. That's all I need to know, because of course during the delay and stuff and during the flight I talked to my passengers, like, you know, so I'm feeling for them. I want them to get to where they're going. I want them to enjoy their time in Vic Falls. Oh my gosh, my lipstick is like all off basically at this point. Sorry about that, but it is the end of the day. So I'm home now, and tomorrow's gonna be a new day, and everything is gonna work out and everything is gonna be fine. That is all I came on here to say. And I'm starving now, so I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna make myself something nice for dinner, and I will talk to you guys on the next vlog, actually, because it's Friday now. I'm kind of done for the day. I talk a lot in each one of these clips, I've noticed, so I think this is the end of this vlog. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I hope you've enjoyed spending some time with me as I've been flying again. I'm so grateful to be back here and to be flying again. So yeah, I hope you all have the best rest of your day, and please continue spreading good vibes and being kind. Bye guys.
You give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more